week, and that's definitely our goal for this week.
Yeah, I'm going to be right in the middle of them.
Of course, it doesn't get any easier. This week, they're going to be taking on a tough Odessa Bulldog team. The Bulldogs 1-0 on the season, and this is a team also that you could be seeing again when districts roll around.
Yeah, that's districts just came out, before the week got started, and then there it was, Odessa, and you just kind of laugh because you don't know what it's going to be until your season starts now with the new MSHA rule of how they get districts going. So yeah, we've got a couple opponents on our schedule that are in our district this year, whereas last year we didn't have anybody on our schedule that we went south there in a district. So that's just the way it is, and the nice thing is we have each other early and before districts come around. But definitely, again, another team, very well coached. I mean, they've got a great head coach in Coach Thomas, but he's got several assistant coaches that could be head coaches. I mean, you talk about a well-coached team. This is it, and very disciplined. And of course, with the run they made last year and the strides they're making, they're hungry for another big year. So yeah, it's going to be another good test for us, and we'll see where we're at.
A little bit about the team too. Last year you talk about a juggernaut. Till they hit that game with Warrensburg, they were undefeated.
Yeah.
And last year, graduation, of course, taking effect on them just as it does everybody else. We talked about last week, but still a tough team coming in.
Yeah, no doubt. They've got some returners there that from last year's team that really stand out. Their running back is fantastic. It's one of the better running backs we'll see all season. So they're very big, very physical. They did have some guys graduate, but it looks like the next man up, have been working in that weight room, which I know they have. They've got a program going, and that's where we're wanting to get to as well, as where, the next guy behind them is just as strong and working just as hard. So yeah, it's early in the season as far as, them trying to find themselves, which, they had a great week last week. So I think they know where they're at. But again, they do have a lot of returners out there as well as us. So it's a week 2 matchup where, we kind of shake off the all the nervousness and mistakes we made last week and see what kind of game it is this week.
Well, it sounds like it's going to be a rocking game. Let's take a break to hear from Jim Falk Motors. We'll be back right after this.
Hey, it's Amy Wilson, parts manager at Jim Falk Motors. Do you work on your own car or truck? Spend a lot of time at the parts store or buying parts online? Maybe you've wanted to get a new set of weather-resistant floor mats or a new set of running boards for your vehicle. We have great news for you. Jim Falk Motors is holding their first ever parts and accessories garage sale on Friday, September 13th. Get great garage sale pricing on a huge assortment of parts and accessories. Opening at 7:30. We'll see you there.
Back on the Cardinal pregame show with Clinton head coach Paul Carney. What do we need to know about the Clinton Cardinals heading into tonight's game? Injuries, illness. I know injuries. We talked about Ben Markham getting knocked out early. Everybody else looked fairly healthy. It did have one incident with Abernathy, I think, had a leg cramps or something.
Yeah, he definitely had some cramps there with, just it was a very wet field and muddy field, and that adds to the calf cramps as well as the heat and the stuff. First game too, it never fails. People kind of go down with leg cramps, but no, Ben went down, kind of scared us a little bit. He got, I think, about 400 pounds landed on him with two or three guys, about 400 pounds total, maybe more. He took a bad hit, and definitely we had him checked out, and he's been to the doctor. Everything's cleared to go. He's a very tough kid, wants to be out there. There's no stopping him from being able to play this Friday. We definitely want him to be safe. That's our number one goal with any of our kids, and make sure. And he's good. He's practiced this week, and I think he's going to be good, or at least he's not showing any signs. But no, we've got him padded up and a little bit extra care on him as far as what we want to do with him this week. But it definitely makes a difference having him out there. And again, it's the next man up if anybody goes down, and that's our situation. I mean, we're facing a situation where we don't have very many varsity type linemen as far as sophomore through seniors go, where we're about down to 6. And so, that's kind of scary. And but we just keep getting those young guys ready. And, we got some banged up kids, but they're playing through it. And, I just continue to hope that we stay safe. It is football, but we'll be ready when we continue to get those young guys ready.
Well, last week, definitely impressed with a running game that came around, Abernathy and Nisley and 2 or 3 different backs that were running well especially with the field conditions.
You bet. It's our offense is a little bit new to them this year. And of course, again, some different guys at different positions. You just said Nisley and Abernathy, both were receivers last year, so not really running the ball that much as a running back. And then, of course, Bray, I just kind of played him on the, Bray Farron played him on the defensive side last year mainly, so he didn't get too many reps as a back. So, along with Jace Olson, who was playing fullback, about busted one there in the third quarter. And you got guys that just kind of new to them as well, as far as taking care of the ball and doing things, and that's been our biggest thing this year, just trying to get things to gel and get some guys to where they need to be and try and create things to where we can use our talent. And that's kind of the name of the game on offense. Use what you got, and of course, be flexible for guys to have to play more in one position, and that's just what we're faced with.
Well, of course, home opener coming up this week with Odessa. Coach, you take on, or Clinton takes on Odessa in Clinton. And any last words for the fans of the Cardinals? No,
it's always fun, any of our games, especially home games. I know the administration has already sent out emails about tailgating and bringing a large crowd, and there's always a large crowd. Like I said, it's always fun no matter what. We've been through a rough, year and one game, and it's I can always count on the fans being there, having fun, and the band getting after it, and then we got cheerleaders, and it's just a really cool atmosphere. So, I'm happy to play at home and see our home field advantage come through tomorrow night, and we definitely, we want to play hard. When you're home, it's just a little different. You want to play just a little bit harder and take pride in that home field. So, just appreciate your support, and we just look forward to playing.
Well, if there's going to be tailgating and cooking going on, I just want to remind them the radio guys don't get fed. So if you want to feed us walking through the lot.
I'll let Mr. Steffens know. Yeah.
Well, Coach, thanks for being with us tonight.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks. That's Clinton head football coach Paul Carney on the KDKD FM pregame show. You can hear Cardinal football coming up on KDKD FM. You can also hear and see the game at www.mykdkd.com. Pregame show has been brought to you by Jim Falk Motors.
It's time for Clinton Cardinals football on 95.3 KDKD FM Clinton. Now we go live to the stadium with Doug Neff and Spencer Edwards.
And welcome to Clinton Cardinal High School opening night right here. Home opener, I should say, from Clinton Cardinal and football field. Spencer Edwards along with myself, Doug Neff, here. And, a great crowd here tonight, Spencer, for the game.
Absolutely, Doug. It's great to be here. We just got a beautiful night for football. Field looks great, nice crowd on hand, and you couldn't ask for anything more for a home opener. Going to be a little bit warmer tonight, I think, than last week, but I know the Clinton Cardinals are ready to go as they get ready for a tough Odessa team here tonight.
Well, of course, Clinton coming off of a loss at St. Joe Lafayette, but man, I'll tell you what, these kids played hard. They did an incredible job. They were great to work with. And it was really it didn't look like what the score ended up, but now they have another tough uphill battle. And Coach, like he said in the pregame show, let us know that Odessa is going to be in their district. They could face this team again.
Absolutely, and you made a good point there, Doug. Last week was a tough matchup. Lafayette St. Joe presented a lot of matchup problems on the offensive and defensive side of the football, and that's a legitimate team. As me and you were talking before we went on, I mean, that's a Lafayette team that, as you said, top 10 in the state. So in their class. So it's a situation where Clinton just got to recover here tonight, put that one behind them, but know, you got to be prepared early because a team like Odessa with a lot of good speed, a lot of good team defensive ability, they've got to be ready to go early and try to maybe get some points up on that board in this first quarter to get some confidence after no points last week.
Spencer, the other problem is we weren't for sure who we were going to see a quarterback at the helm for the Cardinal. Ben Markham taking a tough hit last week in St. Joe. He is back on the field. He's out for the coin toss as we're watching right now.
That is good to see, Doug, because you need him out there at quarterback, a senior kid that has the ability and the experience. And that's what happens sometimes as a quarterback. You take a shot early in a football game, and you just got to pop back up. I know Coach Carney also feels like they do have some depth. So if they have to go to Bulkey, who you felt like played pretty
Excellent
well
game, yeah.
last week after Markham went down. So that's a situation where, if something did happen, you have the ability to bring in another kid at quarterback, because that obviously is your most important position on the field on the offensive side of the ball.
Absolutely. And, of course, Doug Neff, Spencer Edwards on the call here tonight in Clinton. Great sponsors for the Clinton Cardinals, including Oak Star Bank, Greg Smith Ford, Lincoln, Mallard's Roadhouse, Mills and Son Insurance, Heartland Hospice, Doty Legacy Group, Powell Auto Center, Hawthorne Bank, Truman Lake Manor, Atkins Printing, Compass Health Network, Sherwood Community Bank, Sounds Like Videos, that's James Hinkle's company, and Banks Motors, Aaron Collins, Missouri Farm Bureau Agent, Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center in Harrisonville, Jim Falk Motors, and Mike Heath Insurance, all sponsors for the Clinton Cardinals here tonight. And, of course, you're listening to the broadcast right here on 95.3 KDKD, Clinton, Missouri. We're glad to have you along. And we're getting ready for kickoff here tonight. While we have the opportunity, going to take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Clinton Cardinal High School football action on KDKD.
Have you experienced the Oakstar difference yet? Oakstar Bank offers a unique banking experience that is people-driven and relationship-centered. Come on by and let Gino or Nicole visit with you about our great CD rates or how you can earn cash back with the Kasasa account while you enjoy a hot cup of Starbucks coffee. We look forward to meeting you at our location in Clinton at 1313 North 2nd Street or visit www.oakstarbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back to Clinton High School, Clinton Cardinal High School football action here. It will be the Odessa Bulldogs that kick off to open this up. Deep to receive for the Cardinals, Nisley, and is the 2 of J.P. Abernathy. Odessa brings it up from the 35. They bring it up. Here they come, kick us away, going to the up man. This time 75 or 35. That is Nisley, I believe. Levi Morris. Levi Morris with the return brings it up to the 35-yard line.
Yeah, in this first series, Doug, you just want to see confidence. You just try to get your footing. It's going to be tough sledding against this kind of a defense, but I think that's just what Coach Carney is going to have to look for in this game is how do we get positive yards and sustain drives. That's going to be the thing you want to look for improvement on here tonight.
Spencer, good field position to start for the Cardinals. It is Markham in the game, and he is in the shotgun. Oh, pitch out, pass out about the 30. Let's see where they're going to mark it. About the 38-yard line. Short gain on the play to 35. That was Levi Morris.
And I like that play call. You get a little out route, something short to let Markham kind of get his confidence early in the game, and that's just a nice little route there by Morris. So some positive yards for the Cardinals on that first play.
Markham set up in the shotgun again this time. He has backers in the backfield, man in motion. Abernathy takes the handoff. He goes around to the far side. He is met there by a herd of Bulldogs, brought down at about the original line of scrimmage, the 35-yard line.
And that was great speed to the edge there by that Odessa defense. That's an outstanding play by Carter Westerhold, the senior outside linebacker, and that's what Clinton's going to have to contend with tonight. Anytime you're running towards that sideline, you got to look for that cutback lane, and Odessa did a great job taking that away.
Odessa, of course, last year, just a tremendous season.
Yep.
Only conference loss was to Warrensburg in the Missouri River Valley Conference. Pound for pound, one of the toughest conferences in the state of Missouri. Markham takes the snap. He's under pressure. He gets taken down at about the 21-yard line.
Yeah, and I think, Doug, they said that ball did come out, so I think Odessa did recover it. The ball was stripped out on the sack, and Garrett Sims got the recovery for the Bulldogs. So Odessa is going to be in prime field position here. Looks like they're going to set up from about the 24-yard line of Clinton here after the fumble recovery on the sack.
Fumble recovery, and that's going to be tough for Markham as he was starting to get a little bit of confidence in there, but a long third down. Going to be 1st and 10. Ball on about the 24-yard line. Goes to the center. Not a whole lot there as the center of the Cardinals holding on well.
Yeah, he sure did. That was Dakota Garber up there at defensive tackle. Made a nice play in the middle. That was just the old-fashioned fullback dive there. Nothing too fancy from Odessa, and Clinton's D-line clogging that one up. But this is tough, as you said. After this turnover, you're already pinned up against the end zone defensively.
Josie Murrin, and he goes down. The Cardinals with a sack and take that gain away.
That's a great job by Morris there, and that was a botched play. Miraran, the quarterback, wanted to hand that off on the zone read, but there was nobody to hand the ball to, and so he just decided to run it, and Clinton was ready for that all the way. So 2 really good back-to-back defensive plays for the Cardinal defense after the fumble.
Yeah, Spencer Mirren got back to the line of scrimmage, but nothing else. 3rd down, long to go. Call it 8 for the Bulldogs. Mirren in the shotgun. No man in the backfield with him as they come back. Snap is away. He looks downfield, finds a man over the center. And just a touchdown saving tackle. Long to go. Call it 8 for the Bulldogs. Mirren in the shotgun. No man in the backfield with him as they come back. Snap is away. He looks downfield, finds a man over the center. And just a
pocket and a perfect strike over the middle.
It is Mirren. This time hands off, first man through. He's got a touchdown. That is the 38 of Ethan Erlob for the Bulldogs.
Yep, the big senior fullback, the old blast play right there on the goal line, and Odessa taking advantage of that sack and fumble recovery, and they're going to get the first points of this ball game up on the board at 6-0.
Looking for the kick. Snap is away and good. Extra point, 7-0. Your score in favor of the Odessa Bulldogs. Well, Spencer, we're going to take a break. How about a 60-second timeout? You're listening to Clinton Cardinal High School football action on KDKD.
When you hit that critical time of life, considering what will happen with your estate when you're not here, we have more than 30 years of experience helping others make those decisions. When we say call us at Doty Legacy Group, the key word is legacy. It's all about taking care of you and getting it to the next generation the best way possible. Call us at 660-885-8835.
On the money with unbelievable deals. Greg Smith, Ford, Lincoln, Mercury. The right way to get behind the wheel. Easy, no pressure sales for new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs. Greg Smith, Ford, Lincoln, Mercury. Our people treat you right.
And welcome back, Clinton, as it is a squib kick. Cardinals touch it. Let's see who's got it. At about the 43-yard line, they say Odessa recovered the kickoff.
They sure did, Doug. Bulldogs had that drawn up perfectly, as clearly had gone 10 yards, but it was a kind of a squib / onside kick, yeah. And Clinton was just not ready for it up on that front line on the kick return. So Odessa comes in here and gets 2 fumbles to get the football right back, already up 7-0.
It is Mirren in the shotgun once again. 3 men to the right side, 2 to the left as he looks and takes a snap. Here comes the defense around that tight end once again with a great catch.
Wow.
Touchdown for the Bulldogs.
That is just how you draw it up. I mean, clean pocket all day to throw, and Miran, that's a nice ball right there. I mean, he threw that one on the money, and the big tight end running down the field, Keel, boy, he looks uncoverable. That was just put right on the money, though, for the Bulldog offense.
38-yard pass. Now the extra point on to kick is the 20 of Gavin Gross. Kick is up. Kick is good.
Extra point by Gavin Gross is good. Bulldogs lead
14-0 is the score for the Bulldogs over the Clinton Cardinals here tonight. We're going to take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to Clinton Cardinal High School football action on KDKD.
It's date night, and all your husband has been thinking about lately is hunting season. So get his attention with a juicy steak dinner or a mouth-watering home-cooked pork tenderloin dinner at Mallard's Roadhouse. You may even let him sit at the sports bar to watch a game, but chances are he'll want to sit next to you in one of the comfortable booths. Open Tuesday through Saturday, 11 until 9, and lunch on Sunday, 11 to 3. Mallard's Roadhouse, just 200 short seconds from the historic downtown square. Check out Facebook for their daily specials. We'll see you over at Mallard's Roadhouse.
Yeah.
And welcome back right here. Clinton High School, 14-0 is the score in favor of the Odessa Bulldogs. Doug Neff, Spencer Edwards on the call here for KDKD and the Clinton Cardinal football home opener for the Cardinals here. And Spencer, so far, you've seen a tough Missouri River Valley Conference foe in Odessa.
No doubt about it. They got the sack and fumble recovery, scored a touchdown on it. Then they got the onside kick and threw a touchdown after that.
Abernathy with the recover on the kick, and man, he is hit at the 15-yard line.
Look out. I mean, that was a shot by Blake Heitman, sophomore, coming down the field there in coverage for Odessa. And, I mean, that was a clear shot. Nobody picked him up at all. And Clinton's going to have tough field position here again. They're going to start from about their own, about the 16, 16-yard line.
1st and 10 for the Cardinals. It is good to see Markham. And Coach said Markham was a tough kid. Boy, he's proven it. He's got to have some bruises from last week, and he is coming back, but this time more so in the shotgun as we see him. So 1st and 10, Markham takes a snap. Shotgun is Markham with a keeper. This time gets a couple of yards. Well-deserved as he gets up and around, maybe one on the play.
Yeah, just a draw there, quarterback draw off that left tackle. And Odessa, they haven't had to blitz too much. Of course, their defense hasn't been on the field much at this point, but that was just a four-man front, and they had it bottled up pretty easily.
No gain on the play, so 2nd down and 10 for the Clinton Cardinals. Ball on the 18-yard line, or just about touching the 18 as they come forward. Markham once again set up in the shotgun. Spencer, you kind of wonder what's going on as he got a quick release. This time, man downfield, there's got to be a flag on that play. As it looks, no.
Wow, that was close. They were both bumping and running there. There was some contact, but the official elected to not throw the flag there. And Markham, that was actually a decent throw. I mean, he put that one maybe a little bit beyond where he needed to, but that was a fly route up the left side, and that was definitely a chance for a catch. And, of course, you could have made the case for pass interference there, but no call.
It looked like as he was going down, he grabbed the ankles of, of the receiver, but no call on the play, so it brings up 3rd down 10 for the Cardinals.
And that's sometimes early in the game, players need to kind of judge, in the passing game especially, how the officials are going to call it. So if you know they're going to let the corner bump with the receiver a little more, you got to adjust to that.
Markham with the ball, brings it. He's got a keeper this time as he goes and tries to find room. Cannot. He loses yardage back to the 15-yard line.
And just great pursuit again there, Doug. Wow. I mean, I'm impressed with the defensive line for Odessa. I mean, they just swarm to the football. I mean, you see that team tackling that coaches love. You got 3-4 white jerseys around that ball all the time.
Swarming was exactly the word I was looking for, and that swarming defense just covered Markham. 4th down, they're going to kick. Man standing at about the 4-yard line takes the snap, and a nice kick back high. Receiver catches now across the 40, in the 30. He's still on his feet. 20, got one man to beat the kickers got him at the end. That was the three of Brennan the three of Jace Olson brought him down, but not before he got down to 10, about the 9-yard line.
Yeah, but this is coming back, Doug. There's 2 flags right at the 40-yard line, and there was a major clip there by Odessa, and the officials saw it. I mean, it was obvious, but there was no doubt about it. So blocking the back's going to wipe away that return, but they'll still have pretty good field position.
Incredible.
Yeah, Coach Thomas down there for Odessa, he's saying, he's yelling at the poor kid there that committed the penalty. He said it was unnecessary. He said it didn't even affect the return. He said, had you not done that, the kid still would have had a good return.
He had an excellent return, and luckily coming back for
That's
the
right.
Cardinals.
That's right.
So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ball going to be spotted on the 46-yard line in Clinton territory. Josie Murin, the quarterback for the Odessa Bulldogs, takes the snap in the shotgun, has a receiver, and the tight end once again on the crossing pattern, and just about enough for the first down. Depends on the spot.
Yeah, and Kel, the tight end, I mean, he is just, they don't have the sizes listed or the heights listed here on the roster, but he's at least, I'd say 6'6", 6'7". I mean, that is a monster target out there for Mirren to throw to. And Odessa, they run the pro-style spread offense. I mean, they're going pretty much empty backfield. Of course, now they put a back there, but it's 4 wide and it's air it out type offense.
1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Going to hand off to that back. Looks like the 32 for them. That is Blake Heitman.
And I think, Doug, that's actually their first run of the game. Everything else has been passing. And so they go to a little ground game there, and looks like he did get the first, or no gain, I think. The chain says second down. Yes, 2nd and 10.
Quarterback in the snap, takes the snap. This time Heitman once again as he stumbles across the 35 to about the 33-yard line. And he is brought down there by the 77 for Clinton. That is Seth Cummings.
It's a nice play there by Seth. And Clinton actually sent a little blitz there. Coach Carney dialed up the 2 inside linebackers and sent both of them. So Odessa had to pick them up. So that freed Cummings to go over and make that tackle. So that's a nice play. And you get him in a 3rd down here. This is where Clinton's got to find a way to get off the field and get a stop.
3rd and 8. Here comes the Cardinals. It is a Murin. He keeps the ball, goes to the outside, still on his feet. 1st down and a little bit more. Across the 25 to about the 22-yard line where he's driven out of bounds. I believe on that side, the 3 of Jace Olson.
Just a great play call there by Coach Thomas and his staff. That was just a zone read. So Mirren, what he does on that is he fakes a handoff and he reads that defensive end. And if the defensive end crashes inside, he pulls that ball out and keeps it. And he read that perfectly, and it leads to a new set of downs for the Bulldogs.
1st and 10, ball on the 22-yard line. Mirren takes the snap. He is smothered. Oh, the back looked like he should have been brought down behind the line of scrimmage. He loses the tackler and gets some yardage. Jace Olson on the stop for the Cardinals.
Yeah, Morris had him dead to rights there, and just a good job shaking out of that tackle. But that would have been stopped for a loss. But bouncing off that initial hit, and that's what good running backs do. They bounce off that first contact, and that's what Heitman did right there.
Brings up 2nd down, call it 2 for the Bulldogs. Mirren takes the snap, looks downfield. He finds a receiver, still on his feet as he breaks 1 tackle, and he gets down to about the 1-yard line before he is brought down.
Pass complete by Myron. Tackle by Jace Olson and Brady Carl.
They're saying Myron instead of Mirren, but I'll go with that.
Yeah, it is. You could say it either way based on how it's spelled. That's for sure.
It is Myron with the handoff. He finds the back touchdown for Odessa. Looks like the 38 of Ethan. I'll go with that.
Yeah, it is. You could say it either way based on how it's spelled. That's for sure.
It is Myron with the handoff. He finds the back touchdown for Odessa. Looks like the 38.
Down on that goal line, smash mouth football for Odessa. And so they have come in here and set the tempo of this game, up 3 touchdowns now.
Kicker, that is Gross. Up and good. 21-0 is the score. 60-second timeout. You're listening to Clinton Cardinal High School football action.
Mills & Sons Insurance is celebrating its 150th year in business. Thanks to our hardworking employees, supportive community, and yes, you the customer, we've been afforded the opportunity to be on your side when life happens. At Mills & Sons, we're not just an insurance agency. We're the business advisor there when you need us the most. Family owned and operated through 4 generations, we couldn't be happier you're here to celebrate with us. Please give us a call at 660-885-3368 or visit our website, millsinsurance.com.
Just like your choice of a medical facility and doctor, you can choose which hospice you would like as well. Some doctors don't even know that, assuming if you're in their facility, you have to be assigned a particular hospice. Let me say it again. You can choose your own hospice, and that's important because the decision is yours. At Heartland Hospice, we're constantly working to enrich the lives of our patients and families. Call the Butler Agency today at 660-679-4300, servicing a 9-county region, including the listening area of this great station. Heartland Hospice, enriching life.
Welcome back to Clinton Cardinal High School. It is the Cardinals kickoff by Odessa. Abernathy, loses handle, finds it again, now takes the ball. He goes horizontally and gets brought down about the 18-yard line in the Clinton territory.
Yeah, that was a tough break for Abernathy, and by him bobbling the ball, that allowed that Odessa kick coverage to get down the field quicker and cover that return up. And anytime you start running sideways with a fast kick return team, that usually spells trouble. So Clinton's going to be backed up again here to start this drive. It looks like we've got the officials' timeout. This may be the water break tonight with the warm temperature.
Is.
Yep.
Man, I tell you what, 21-0 in favor of Odessa here tonight. And so far, 4:35 left to go in the first quarter. Spencer, you're looking at definitely a good team in the Odessa Bulldogs.
No question about it, Doug. I mean, this is a well-coached team. You can tell that they know where to be, good assignment football, and Coach Thomas is a veteran head coach. And again, this is a perennial power team. I mean, they had a great year last year. They returned a lot of kids from that team a season ago. They have now kind of, I think, taken over the Harrisonville mantle in their conference now. So, it's tough. I mean, Clinton always plays a tough schedule. I mean, we've seen it year in and year out, and that's just kind of partly, now that you're independent, but geographically you're still playing the centers, Odessa's, Lafayette, Smith Cotton. So, it's just tough.
Well, the other team in that conference, of course, is Warrensburg, and we're going to see them a little bit later on in the season.
That's right.
It is Odessa or Clinton's ball, and receivers spread out. Direct snap. This time, Jace Olson, I believe, with the direct snap coming across. Short gain on the play for Clinton.
Yeah, and they've really gone back to the run these last couple series. We saw, some passing early on that first series, especially by Markham. But I think Coach Carney probably feels like the pass protection just wasn't very good. And so, hey, let's try to go back to the ground game, try to get that established.
It's going to be second down, gain of 1 for the Cardinals. Markham in the shotgun, takes the snap. He hands off. Man going to the far side, did not fool the Bulldogs.
Yeah, again, there's that good assignment football. I mean, they are just in their gaps. You don't see anybody that's out of position, and that's how you can just clog that running game. You play that assignment gap football in there, and their linebackers filled the holes perfectly. And puts Clinton in another tough third down here, Doug.
Third down. At least they got back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be third down and 9 for the Clinton Cardinals as they come up. Markham on the at the center, or under center last week. Now we see him quite a bit in that shotgun setup for the Cardinals. Quick snap. Markham with a keeper. He gets across the 20, but not much more. 21-yard line.
And I'd say probably going to have to punt this football now. You're backed up pretty deep in your own territory. And so we shall see here. Yeah, it looks like Markham's coming off and the offense coming off. So Coach Carney, just really no choice here, and you're just going to have to give this football back, but just not a lot of push up front. Odessa's just controlling that point of attack right now.
It looks like, too, Spencer, that Odessa's got about 6 inches, 7 inches at the line on all of the linemen, and that does make it tough.
They do, yeah. Whoa.
Return coming back, and almost a big hit by the Cardinals, and nicely missed the tackle, but not much of a gain. Got into Clinton territory, but about the 42, 43-yard line is where Odessa's going to start.
Yeah, nicely came flying down the field, and he had a pretty good angle. He was in position to make that play, but he kind of lunged. And when you do that, you got to understand that you're coming down the field. All your momentum is going towards that returner. So that return guy, all he has to do is make one little sidestep, and all that momentum's going forward. And that's what happened to Nicely there, and that's why he missed that tackle. And I think he's also a little bit shaken up there. Hopefully he's all right and is able to come back in because the Cardinals need him.
Hand off to the man coming around now to the near side. This time it's a 32 as he cuts across. Abernathy with the stop. The 32, that was Blake Heitman. Heitman having a great game so far.
Yeah, he is. He's been their primary running back. I've got him down, I think, for only 5 rushes in the game. Of course, they've scored pretty quickly through the air, so they haven't had those long, methodical drives. But Heitman showed some speed there, turned the corner pretty quickly. And now it looks like they've got a new tailback back there. That's Luke Malizzi. He's going to get the call.
He's got the ball, comes across this time. Hurdles Abernathy, but Abernathy got an ankle. Stop was the 2 of Abernathy and the 35 for Clinton. That is Levi Morris.
Yeah, Morris doing a pretty good job for Clinton. I mean, he's made several plays. I feel like we've called his name several times on the defensive side for Clinton. So, but it's tough when you're trying to take these running backs down when they're already 5-6 yards down the field.
Myron he keeps the ball himself and takes about 2 or 3 Clinton Cardinals to bring him down. Jace Olsen, excuse me, one of those on the stop.
Looks like they will give him just enough for that first down. So this is more of a pounded drive for Odessa. They've really run the ball more on this series than they have on any other tonight.
Myron in, and this time he is stopped behind the line of scrimmage to 77. That is Seth Cummings. Stops the running back and Heitman.
Boy, he sure did, Doug. He blew that play up. That's an excellent job by Seth. And again, filled that gap perfectly. And that right there, I mean, that's probably the best defensive play for Clinton. Just a great form tackle, and looks like even a little bit of a loss on the play on that one.
We're under 35 seconds left to go. This is going to be the last play of the first quarter as Myron in the shotgun takes the snap. Blitz coming. He gets that tight end over the middle once again, and he is rambling down. Touchdown for Odessa.
That's his safety.
5 seconds left to go. This is going to be the last play of the first quarter as Myron in the shotgun takes the snap. Blitz coming. He gets that tight end over the middle once again, and he is rambling down. Touchdown for Odessa.
Out there, but that's his second touchdown of the game, second receiving, and that's just good awareness by Myron. He knew where he was. There was a little bit of pressure, but he knew where to go with the football. That was a perfect job.
Kick is no good. This time, it keeps your score 27 for Odessa, 0 for the Cardinals. As we have about just under 20 seconds left to play in this first quarter. And tell you what, take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to high school football action on KDKD.
It's Travis Powell here. I've been in the car business for over 15 years, and if there's one thing that I know, it's how to service a vehicle properly. If you need work on your vehicle, whether it's a diesel truck or a small car, as little as an oil change or an engine swap or major heavy line engine repair, we do it all. I employ master technicians at a great price. So come see us at Powell Auto Center at the corner of 2nd and 3rd, or pick up the phone and call us at 383-1054.
And we're back here at Clinton and Clinton High School so far. And thanks to Steve back in studio doing a great job. Of course, this is not his cup of tea. He's used to doing a little morning show. So, but he's doing a great job back there.
He sure is. That's a legend back there in Steve Stevens. So,
well, now don't say that because legend means that you used to be able to do it.
Well, I guess that's true. He's still doing it.
That's right.
I mean, he's still
going strong.
He's still going strong. The king of 104.9.
There you go.
Rock 104.9. So, yeah, we got to have the whole team together. That's for sure.
Odessa set to kick, and here they come. Kick is away, and deep going to be Abernathy. Oh no, take that back. Going to be the 4. That is Ernie Neal.
Ball's out. Ball came out late, looks like.
Fumble and recovered. It's going to be Odessa with 11.7 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Wow, tough break for Clinton here. And ball was just stripped out late, so that's the third fumble recovery of the game for Odessa. And they've recovered 2 of them on kickoffs. The other one, of course, was on that strip sack fumble. And again, they are just going to get prime time field position here on the Clinton 25-yard line.
It is Myron in the shotgun. One man in the backfield for Odessa. Man in motion cuts across. Myron hands off. 44, the running back, up and stopped by the 14 of Ben Markham. And that is Mazzelli. Malsey. I'm good with that.
Well, yeah. Again, one of those that looks the way it's spelled. It could be either way, but they're giving him a little work now. You know, it had primarily been Heitman who had carried the football for them in that first quarter, but they're giving their running attack a little work, and they're going to get the ball when we start this second quarter when we come back.
And we'll come back after a 60-second timeout. You're listening to high school football action on KDKD.
And travel and the Elite Advantage Travel Club at Hawthorne Bank.
Everybody probably wonders, what's it like to travel with Larry?
Oh, my family refers to me as the camp counselor. I will make sure that we are doing something every minute of every day. We will have fun. It's usually at my expense, so I can provide a lot of laughs along the way. It's just a lot of fun. For me, it's a dream job. I cannot believe that the bank is going to actually pay me to travel. And I encourage people that are customers of Hawthorne, if you're over the age of 50 and you have $5,000 in the bank in some sort of account, and you have not done anything to this point with Elite Advantage, jump on board. We're going to go somewhere and do something fun and have a blast doing it.
Make your next trip with the Elite Advantage Travel Club at Hawthorne Bank. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
And we're back here at Clinton High School, and we're getting set for quarter number 2. It's been all Odessa here tonight on the home opener for the Cardinals, 27-0 in favor of the Bulldogs. So they have spoiled things so far here on a beautiful night in Clinton for this season opener. Getting a little breeze now, Doug.
Starting
to cool off a little bit. I mean, it is perfect. Not a cloud in the sky for the most part.
And I do want to correct myself because it was Emery Neal on a fumble on the 4, but the wide receiver. But I was looking quick, and, they got glasses for a reason.
Well, that happens, though. I mean, that happens. And, sometimes, in all honesty, the print on the rosters isn't the biggest. That can happen, too. But this is why Odessa has the ball where they do, as Doug mentioned, the fumble by Clinton on that kick. And they're going to go back on the ground, blast play off the right side, and a touchdown, a walk-in touchdown for Malizzi. And they had it blocked. But this is why Odessa has the ball where they do, as Doug mentioned, the fumble by Clinton on that kick. And they're going to go back on the ground, blast play off the right side, and a touchdown, a walk-in touchdown for Malizzi.
Great job by the Odessa Bulldogs. They're getting ready for conference for sure.
They sure are, Doug. I mean, they are a team that I think is going to win several ball games and will be reckoned with in the postseason. Extra point on the way, and it is going to be good. So the Bulldogs perfect on their extra points tonight as well. And they extend this lead out to 34-0 with 11:53 to go before halftime. We'll go ahead and send it back. We'll take another 30-second timeout. Back with the kick after this. You're listening to Cardinal Football right here on Facebook Live and KDKD.
If you or a loved one is in need of skilled care, choose Truman Lake Manor. We're locally owned. Our daily rates are up to 50% less than what some of the big corporate care facilities charge, but our level of care is second to none. Residents love our outdoor courtyard, daily activities, and experienced staff that become far more than just caregivers. Truman Lake Manor, affordable living with people who care. 600 East 7th Street, Lowry City, Missouri, 417-644-2248.
Spencer Edwards alongside Doug Neff back with you here at Clinton. And 34-0 is our score. It is all Bulldogs right now. Seeing very impressive football from this Odessa team. And they're doing it all on the ground and through the air. Myron has 3 touchdowns through the air, 2 on the ground. They've also recovered 3 Clinton fumbles. So that's been a really tough thing tonight for the Cardinals. They put the ball on the ground twice on kickoffs and 1 time on a sack. And so the Bulldogs getting ready to kick off here after the touchdown, an extra point from the 40. And it's going to be a low wobbling kick, and it's going to go out of bounds there. I think Neal will let it go. Yeah, that'll draw the flag, of course, as that's our first kick tonight that's gone out of bounds. It went out right at the 10, so Neal did a good job just letting that one go because he would have been in a world of hurt had he picked that one up again because the Bulldogs were flying down the field in coverage. So a legal procedure on Odessa there after that kickoff. So Clinton will have a little better field position here after the kick. And that's another thing tonight, Doug. They just have not had great field position. I mean, The Cardinals' offense, pretty much every drive has been backed up deep in their own territory, and that's allowed Odessa to kind of pin their ears back on defense and create more pressure.
In fact, I'm not so sure this is probably at the best field position the Cardinals have had to start.
It is.
Drive.
It sure is. So from the 35, they will begin this series. 11:51 to go before the half. Cardinals going to spread it out here, and they're going to go with a direct snap up the middle to the tailback there, and that is number 3, Jace Olson, and they've got that bottled up. And again, the Odessa D-line, man, they are an impressive group up front. Nothing doing there for Clinton.
Jace Olson last week having a great job or doing a great job out of the backfield when he was needed. This time it was on tape, and I think Odessa was watching.
They sure were. They were ready for that one there. A little bit of a wrinkle from Coach Carney, but no gain on that play. So 2nd and 10, line of scrimmage still the 35. A little bunch set again for Clinton. Markham out of the gun, little bootleg right. Going to fire the pass. Good-looking ball, and it's caught at the 40. Down the sideline, 30, 20, 10, and all the way down to the 5-yard line. A heck of a catch and run. That is number 35, Levi Morris on the catch. And by far the biggest play of the night for the Clinton offense. It's going to be 1st and goal for the Cardinals.
And I'm telling you what, Spencer, that was perfect. That was the way it was put on paper. That was the way it was delivered. You couldn't ask for better out of Morris or Markham.
Absolutely. That was a nice little rollout, and so Markham had time, put it right on the money, and Morris even broke the tackle there. Morris was coming out of the tight end position, or actually now at the wide receiver position, but he was closer to the line when he made that catch. So here's an opportunity for Clinton to score. Markham going to keep it up the middle on the draw, and he's up over the 5 down to about the 3.5. So he almost snuck in there, but it's going to be 2nd and goal now for the Cardinals.
And what a great play as they had a blitzer coming in for Odessa. He moved, dodged him, and then found a big gap in that hole. And the line did an incredible job defending and opened up for him, and he almost broke that. Down to about the 2, it looks like.
Yeah, they actually did give him about an extra yard there on the spot. So Clinton needs this score big time here, down 34-0, 10-11 to go in the first half. Markham again out of the gun, a little quick handoff left side. Neal tried to cut it in there, but they had it taken away. 4 defenders around the play for Odessa to make the tackle.
That was Abernathy on the
carry. Or was it? Yeah, number 2 there. So JP with his first carry of the night and almost got in there, but that was a cutback lane that was taken away. That good assignment football again by the Bulldogs. So 3rd down and goal now. Loss of a yard on the play. So back to the 3-yard line. Ball right in the middle of the field on the spot. Bunch set. 2 wide receivers right, 1 left. Markham out of the pistol. Is going to play fake it. Bootleg right. Just tries to keep and tries to dive for the pylon on that right side, and he is hit hard out of bounds. He's going to be well short of the goal line.
About a yard.
About a good yard, and so he'll be getting up all right, but he took a hit there. Looks like he's all right.
You're this far in. 4th down, you go.
Absolutely. 100%. You got to at this point, the way this first half has gone, and Coach Carney knows it, and he's going to take a timeout here. So we'll go ahead and keep it here. 9:19 to go in this first half. Cardinals going to be facing a 4th down and goal from about the 1-yard line after the big pass play that set this up. Markham to Morris, and Coach Carney wanting a touchdown out of it, though, Doug.
Man, I'll tell you what, it'd be the first touchdown of the season for the Clinton Cardinals. And you talk about gaining momentum and confidence and so forth. That would be a great confidence booster for the Cardinals.
No question about it. And you just need this for, not necessarily this game, but just confidence. I mean, just you get shut out last week, and you want to just have that feeling, how it feels to get in the end zone, get some points up on the board. But it's not going to be easy right here on the goal line with this tough Odessa defensive line.
Well, Spencer, they are at home. That does help. In front of the hometown crowd. Hometown cooking is always better, and I'm telling you, they're going to score. They're going to take it in on this play.
So we'll see what Coach Carney dials up here as the Cardinals come back out onto the field and huddle up. 4th down and goal from the 1. Cardinals going to break the huddle here. Looks like they'll have Abernathy in the backfield, along with Morris. And they go with the draw up the middle, trying to push the pile. And Morris trying to stretch out for it. And, boy, I don't know, Doug. We'll see if they spot it short.
I didn't think he got it.
No, he didn't. They never made a signal, and they are going to say short. So they just went with kind of the draw, direct snap to Morris, the fullback. And he is not able to get in there. So the Odessa defense holds firm right down on the goal line on a 4th down and goal. And they will get the football back, although right on their own goal line.
Absolutely.
So they will have to be wary of a safety here. We'll see if the Cardinals can get some pressure, but we're going to have a timeout now, Odessa. So unfortunately for the Cardinals, they are stopped at the goal line as they trail this one 34-0, 9:13 to go in the first half. We'll take a 30-second break. Back right after this.
Atkins Printing would like the opportunity to enhance your business with their printing expertise. Atkins Printing is ready to take on all your printing projects, from letterhead and business cards to envelopes and flyers. If you can put it on paper, Atkins Printing can do it. Bring your next job to Atkins Printing, your new partner in business printing. Just give them a call at 885-5509. Atkins Printing, proud sponsors of Clinton Cardinal Sports.
Well, welcome back. Spencer Edwards alongside Doug Neff. Glad you could be with us here tonight. We are glad to be here opening night for Clinton Cardinal football here on their home field. Of course, the Cardinals had to make the trip to St. Joe last Friday night to open the season. Lost in that one to a very good St. Joe Lafayette team, and now taking on another strong opponent, and Odessa with the ball leading 34-0, but they start from their own goal line. They're going to go on the ground off the left side to kind of get a little bit of space to operate, and they take it out across the 10-yard line. I believe that was Heitman on the carry, or was it Melizza?
No, I believe it was Heitman. No, maybe it was Melizza.
Yeah, it looks
right.
like Melizza is out there, 44, so he's seen the bulk of the carries for Odessa. We saw Heitman in the first quarter. It's been all Melizza here in quarter number 2. So that's a nice gain there of about 9, brings it out to about the 10, so 2nd and short for the Bulldogs, and we've got a flag down right as this play starts. And that's another thing, Doug, we haven't had a lot of penalties tonight. It's been a clean game, but this is a false start here on Odessa.
Well, and you know what? That was they were trying to catch Clinton out of position and on that quick huddle, and they brought it up and caught their own men at that same time.
Faked themselves out there. So that's not going to make Coach Thomas happy, but that is, I think, their 2nd penalty of the game. So, but really, not a lot of yellow flags on this field tonight.
No, not at all. They're calling a loose game. They're letting those kids play.
Second down here and short, or 2nd and 7 rather, from the 4-yard line, and they'll go again on the ground up the middle. Mirren on the handoff, Melissa on the carry, and he gets out over the 10, and he is going to have enough. So a gain of about 9. He needed 7, so that will move the sticks again for the Bulldogs.
And I don't know where they come up with them, Spencer, but this quarterback tight end connection that they have got, they had one last year. They got one this year, too.
Mirren again out of the shotgun. They're going ground again, and this is Melissa. Big hole up the middle. 30 up the left sideline, out to the 40-yard line of Odessa, but a big chunk play there for the Bulldogs. They had it well blocked, and that'll be a first down and then some. 20-plus yards there on that carry by Melissa.
Yep.
And he had all kinds of daylight to run for there. So now they are out of the shadow of their own end zone. First down and 10 from the 40, coming up on 8 minutes left here in this first half of football. Cardinals going to have a 4-man front, and they're going to bring a little pressure here. And Mirren hands off up the middle. Heitman on the carry this time. And gets up to midfield. Another solid pickup of around 10. He's going to be awfully close to the first down.
Bryce Palmer, the new running back
Palmer. Yep.
for Odessa.
They are changing them in and out now. And that's another thing you see, Doug, with a good team. They've got depth. You always see that. These teams, they can go, 2 or 3 deep at running back and 2 or 3 deep at receiver. And Odessa certainly has that advantage. So they're going to spot him just short. And it'll be 2nd down and a yard. Ball setting just across midfield on the left hash.
In Clinton Cardinal territory.
Out there by the big Cardinal head out in the middle of the field. Mirren's going to drop straight back, clean pocket, throws a strike over the middle, and it is caught for a first down all the way down to the 25 of Clinton. 84 there, looks like, Doug, on that catch.
Elijah O'Brien.
His first catch of the night. He is a senior tight end and another big target as well. We've seen Kell, their primary receiver, who's caught 2 touchdowns tonight, but they go to the other tight end there, and it's another chunk play for Odessa.
Man, tough to defend on that, as they go across the middle, do not leave backs in the backfield, and go with protection up front.
Spread set, Kell in the slot on the right for the Bulldogs this time, as Mirren hands off up the middle, and nowhere to go. Beautiful defense there by the Cardinals.
Loss on the play that time. Cardinals sniffing it out, and loss of about 2 for Odessa.
Morris in there making the play. Cummings in there as well. So both those kids have played pretty well tonight defensively. Have made several tackles for Clinton, but boy, this defense, Doug, has got to be tired. I mean, they have been out there a lot on a pretty warm night. So loss on that play, and it's 2nd down and 11. Ball at the Clinton 27. Cardinal, they tried to blitz there, or were they drawn off?
It looked like 56 jumped.
We shall see. Morris was blitzing, and you are correct, sir. That is offside on Odessa, and that's where they saw that blitz coming off the left side, and that left guard up there for the Bulldogs moved early.
Yep.
So that'll back them up to the 32-yard line, I believe.
He's seen that pressure coming, and I think he was ready for it.
He did. He sure did. And that's another advantage. Anytime you show pressure like that, you can. That's another way to potentially mess with the other team, and you can get a penalty out of it. Again, they blitz left side. They rush 5. Mirren back to throw. Fires right side. It's low, and it's incomplete. Ball hit the ground, they say.
Man, I'll tell you what, that was tough to see. I'm glad he saw that instead of me.
Westerhold, he tried to make a sliding grab there, but was not able to come up with it on this beautiful playing surface here at Clinton. This is just an outstanding field for high school football.
Now, if you're watching that on mykdkd.com and on Facebook, you can probably see a replay on that one just right now.
3rd down, 16 from the 32. Cardinals trying to get a stop here, down 34-0. 6 minutes to go in the first half, and there's a drop. A little floater out in the flat is dropped by Melissa, and he had all kinds of running room in front of him. Had he caught that, Doug, he probably would have went to the house.
Oh, yeah, I definitely think that was definitely going to be a score. He was trying to run with the ball before he had it in his hands.
Got caught looking upfield a little too soon there, so 4th down and 16.
This is something that Odessa hasn't faced all night, a fourth down.
That is right. So this is a great chance here for Clinton to get off the field, try to come up with a stop here. And Odessa going to go for it, 4th and 16 from the Clinton 32. Mirren back to throw, flushed out of the pocket, moves left, fires deep into the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Unbelievable job by Josie Myers left, fires deep into the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. Unbelievable out there. Beautiful catch as well by number 84, Elijah O'Brien, the tight end, with his first touchdown of the night.
O'Brien
Wow.
And again, just the way it was put down on paper, it was incredible.
Just an outstanding job. I've been very impressed with the discipline of this Odessa team. And 4th and 16, and they're not scared. They take a shot down the field and get another touchdown as the extra point is good. And with 5:58 to go in the first half, the Bulldogs extend it to a 41-0 advantage. We'll send it back for 60 here. Come back with the kick after this. You're listening to Clinton Cardinal Football here on KDKD.
Compass Health Network has called Clinton home for more than 45 years, and we are proud to support Clinton High School. At Compass Health Network, we care for the whole person with medical, dental, and behavioral health services, with both our medical and dental clinics offering extended hours to serve your busy schedules. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicare and Medicaid, and also offer cost-effective self-pay options. Call Compass Health Network at 844-853-8937. Go Cardinals.
Everybody thinks it's best to be the biggest, so they try to outdo all the rest.
Are all banks the same? Not on your life. Banks are as different as the people who work in them. They're just a small-town community bank. Their approach to banking is an emphasis on professional but small-town friendly service. Sherwood Community Bank, member FDIC.
We're just a small-town community bank, but we're big on you.
Welcome back as the Bulldogs add some more points up on the board. 41-0 they lead as they kick off. As they get a 40-yard touchdown pass on a 4th down and 16. Kick return here for the Cardinals off the right side. And a fairly decent return out to about the 26-yard line as Abernathy on the return before they stack him up.
Again, good field position to start this drive. We're going to see what Coach Carney's got up his sleeve. A great pass and catch in that last drive. Took them all the way down the field. They just could not get it across the goal.
Yeah, they had by far their best opportunity to score on that last series and just could not punch it in right on the goal line as we get the officials' timeout on the field. We'll go ahead and keep it here with 5:50 to go in this first half. And you had that big play, of course, to Morris set up the goal line opportunity, but Odessa's a team, as disciplined as they are, they bend, but they don't break.
Oh, absolutely.
And even down on that goal line, they were able to hold firm. But we'll see. Clinton just got to keep plugging along here and just kind of forget about the score. You just got to take steps forward one play at a time. And Coach Carney is just a very solid head coach. We talked about him a little bit in the pregame, and, of course, you heard from him in the interview. Just a guy that's had a lot of success. I mean, he was down at Osceola and had a lot of success down there, of course. Took a team to the Final Four at Osceola a few years back and made the move to Clinton last year. This is his second year as the head coach for the Cardinals. And he wants to get this program turned around. He's a good football coach. So 1st down and 10 from the 30. And a quick little pass play. Markham's pass is batted down at the line of scrimmage, looking for Abernathy.
Again, we're talking about those big kids up front, and they're well coached in the fact just get your hands up and something good can happen.
Big old Paul was up there to swat that one down. So 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line coming up here for the Cardinals. 5:46 to go in the first half. Odessa started hot early. And of course, they were aided a little bit by those three fumbles in the first quarter, and they turned all of those into points. Here's a handoff coming left side, and look out as Abernathy gets nailed in the backfield, and that'll be a loss on the play. Nice job on the tackle there by big number 50, Colby Wilson. Well, he came in there flying in there and made a big hit.
Wow. And flying was right.
I mean,
I thought he was going to take Abernathy's head off there.
Oh, mercy. I mean, it really did. It was a big-time shot there. So,
again, it's one of those big kids up front.
Loss on the play there of 5, so 3rd and 15 now for the Cardinals. Backed up to their own 25-yard line, coming up on 5 minutes here left in the first half. And a straight drop this time for Markham, flushed out, moving left, airs it out deep up the left side. Oh, and he just overshoots his man over that left hash there on the deep ball. And that was Farron, the intended receiver.
Yeah.
Just a little bit too much on that throw from Markham. Otherwise, he might have had a touchdown connection because Farron was behind the defender on that play, Doug.
Well, not only that, but he had some real estate downfield that nobody around, and 2 defenders that he had beat. So it would have been a great pass again, but we're going to see what they can do on 3rd down.
Well, it is fourth. Looks like it is 4th and 15 here. So the Cardinals will punt from their own 25. 6th punt of the game for Clinton. Ray is going to field it at about midfield. Angles right, and look out. He's got a wall up the right side. 30, 20, needs one block. Down to the 10, 5, touchdown. He's going to run the punt back. Briley Ray is going to field it at about midfield. Angles right, and look out. He's got a wall up the right side. 30, 20, needs one block, down to the 10, 5, touchdown. He's going to run the punt back. Help set up that return, but boy, you could just see that wall that they had set up for Ray and caught that one on the run right at midfield. It was a high punt, but it wasn't real deep, and that allowed Ray to catch it with all his momentum going forward. So Odessa can do no wrong here in this first half. They lead it 47-0, 4:40 to go before the halftime festivities begin, and that is about a 50-yard at least, 50-yard punt return there for Odessa. So the extra point is good.
I got it at a 55-yard.
55. So that's a rather long one for sure. So the Bulldogs continuing to march along in this one. 4:40 left before halftime. We'll send it back for a 60-second break here. Back right after this.
Get hard-working savings on laundry appliances from top brands, including Whirlpool, Maytag, and Amana, now through September 11th at our Labor Day savings event at Troby's Maytag in Harrisonville. When you take home these hot deals, you can take a load off on laundry pairs with great savings. Stylish design and innovative features will deliver a job well done for years to come. Hurry into Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center before the deals are gone.
Hey, it's Amy Wilson, parts manager at Jim Falk Motors. Do you work on your own car or truck? Spend a lot of time at the parts store or buying parts online? Maybe you've wanted to get a new set of weather-resistant floor mats or a new set of running boards for your vehicle. We have great news for you. Jim Falk Motors is holding their first ever parts and accessories garage sale on Friday, September 13th. Get great garage sale pricing on a huge assortment of parts and accessories. Opening at 7:30. We'll see you there.
We are back here at Clinton. 4:40 left in this first half of football here on the home opener tonight for the Cardinals. Odessa has come in here and put up some big numbers as they lead this one 48-0. Just had a punt return for a touchdown, and now they'll kick it off. Abernathy going to let it bounce, takes it at the 10, and off the right side, gets out to about the 20-yard line.
Short return, but man, it's he just had to pick his way through that.
He did, and really we've seen a few decent returns for Clinton. They've gotten themselves a little bit better field position, but the turnovers have hurt them tonight for sure. 4 turnovers for Clinton, and they did have that one opportunity on the goal line on 4th and goal where they were stopped. And that was by far their best chance to score thus far in the game, and really they haven't picked up a lot of first downs, and they've only had the football, I think, in Odessa territory that one time across midfield is when they got it down on the big play to Morris on the pass play that got him down to the goal line. So first down and 10 here from the 20, and here's a pass that's batted down, incomplete, as Markham's pass swatted again, and we saw that on the last series, Doug. One of those defensive linemen for Odessa getting that paw up and then knocking that one down.
Yeah, and it's just hard to get anywhere near there. If they're not bringing a blitz, if Odessa's not bringing a blitz, then they've got everybody covered. I mean, just a well-disciplined, well-coached team. And they have to be, considering who they're going to get ready to start conference for them.
That is right. That conference they're in is a tough one. Warrensburg, solid team in that league as well. Markham, a little misdirection handoff here, just keeps it up the middle on the draw, and again, bottled up. Minimal gain on the play. And they were ready for that one. Big number 63 in there, Garrett Sims, senior defensive lineman, made the play for the Bulldogs.
Well, it looks like I thought it was about a 1 yard gain. They said no gain, back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 3rd down and 10 for the Cardinals. Now, confidence coming back. You'd like to get somewhere and get at least a drive going before the end of the half.
You sure would. Any kind of confidence right now for this Clinton offense. And, of course, they were shut out last week, and they are wanting some points here tonight for sure. 3:48 left here in the first half. Doug will be talking to the athletic director here at Clinton High School at halftime as Markham is going to be trying to roll out, and he's sacked all the way back at about the 10-yard line. That is Sims again making the play, and it just 3 defenders right in his face. I mean, that one's not on Markham. He just had nowhere to go with the football, no chance to set his feet.
Yeah, he wanted to make a pass. He had receivers downfield that were covered, but he wanted to make that pass and get rid of that ball and just nowhere to go.
So loss on that play of about 7 brings up 4th down and 17 for Clinton, back at their own 13-yard line. So that was a quick 3 and out for the Clinton O, and they will, it appears, line up in punt formation here. And look out, Briley Ray, the senior, is going to field this punt again, and he ran the last one back. Now Clinton's going to take a timeout to talk this one over, so that'll give us a chance to take a quick break here. 2:58 to go in the first half. Odessa leading Clinton 48-0. We'll take a 30-second right after this. We'll be back here on KDKD.
Oakstar Bank is Clinton's source for all your lending needs. We offer fixed and adjustable rate mortgages, auto and recreational loans, home equity lines of credit, bridge loans, commercial and small business loans, and everything in between. Jim Smith and his experienced team members are the experts ready to serve you and eager to meet you. So stop by our location in Clinton, located at 1313 North 2nd Street, or visit www.oakstarbank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
2:58 left here before halftime at the Clinton Cardinals Stadium here tonight. Nice crowd on hand for this home opener, as the Cardinals trailing, though, 48-0 to a very talented Odessa football team on both sides of the ball. Coach Carney taking a timeout as they will show punt here, backed up at the 13. Cole Heisted will punt, and we got a flag down right as Heisted took the snap. And fortunately, there was a flag because that punt did not cross the Clinton 30-yard line there. So that would, I don't think that would have made a 20-yard punt. It's going to be a false start, looks like, on the Cardinals.
I think they were trying to take a play out of Odessa's book and do the fast snap, and didn't quite work. Didn't
work out, and not going to make Coach Carney. Of course, you just take a timeout there to try to figure out what you want to do, and then pick up a penalty. So they'll punt from, again, pretty much their own end zone, and just getting this one away is Heisted. Better punt, though, off the right side, but still fielding it at the Clinton 35 is Ray, and look out. Angles right. Running room, 20. Down the right side, 10-5. Touchdown. He's going to run another one back. Wow. The right side, but still fielding it at the Clinton 35 is Ray, and look out. Angles right. Running room, 20. Down the right side, 10-5. Touchdown. He's going to run another one. Caught at about the 30, I think, on the Clinton half of the field. So, man, oh, man, Briley Ray putting on a clinic on punt returns. And just well blocked. They set up that wall off the right side, which is what you want on punt returns. You try to get that wall set up so that return guy can go up the sides as opposed to up the middle. And everybody for Clinton in coverage got sucked into the middle of the field, and it was just perfectly drawn up. So Odessa will be kicking the extra point. Gross has been perfect on the extra points tonight, and he got that one. That was a low snap, and it just crossed the bottom of the goalpost there with that one. So the Bulldogs have hit 55 points here in the first half, and we still have 2:40 left to go before halftime. So we'll send it back for 30 seconds. Be right back with a kick after this on KDKD.
Looking for great opportunities.
The way people shop has changed forever. In today's business, success is measured in clicks, likes, and shares. Video gives you a competitive edge in your social media marketing. Don't get scrolled by. Get clicks, get likes, get shares. Now that sounds like videos.
Here in the first half, Odessa 55-0 the advantage. And it is hard to score 55 points in a game, Doug. Even harder to do it in the first half. But Odessa, boy, they are just a good football team. That's just all there is to it. And they're going to win several games this year and figure to be the top seed. And unfortunately, they're in Clinton's district, so Clinton may get them in the first round of the district.
Well, part of that, too, Spencer, is they've had everything turn over in their favor. They had the onside kick that they recovered. They had fumbles that they recovered. It's hard to score 55 and you're right, but when everything's going your way, it makes it a lot easier.
That is for sure. So the Bulldogs will kick from the 40. Another nice deep kick, fielded at about the 10-yard line by the Cardinals. Coming off the right side there was Levi Morris, and he's still going, pushing the pile up over the 25. Boy, he got hit there at the 20, and he got almost 10 extra yards after contact. So that's a nice little return there for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I thought he was down back about the 20-yard line, and all of a sudden looked up, and he's still going.
He's still going, and they let it go, too. I mean, sometimes officials will blow that play dead, but they let him keep going. So Clinton will begin from just shy of the 30. They actually put it down right at the 29-yard line on the right hash. So we'll see if Markham and this Clinton offense can try to get some points up on the board before halftime here. 2:27 to go.
And, of course, Doug Neff, Spencer Edwards with you here at Clinton High School, and you're listening to Clinton Cardinal High School football action on 95.3 KDKD, Clinton, Missouri.
So the Cardinals will break the huddle, and we're going to send, it looks like, a bunch set. Two wide receivers to each side of the field, tight end to the right, and they're going to hand off right tackle. Short gain on the play. Give is to Morris to the 30 maybe, I believe.
Depends on the spot on that one.
Yeah, we'll see if they give him any forward progress. Look like they give him maybe a yard on the play. So we'll call it 2nd and 9. Coming up on 2 minutes left here in the first half. Cardinals will travel to Summit Christian next Friday night. So I think it'll be Matt Evans and David Lee on the call next week, I believe. Motion man here for Clinton, and a little play fake bootleg for Markham. Oh, and just through the hands. That was a pretty good pass, but through the fingertips of Jace King, the junior wideout, who had some space there. He was kind of sitting right in the middle of that Odessa defense, found the soft spot, but a tough break on the incomplete pass.
Yeah, he had to stretch out for that. And, again, it was put where he was the only one that could catch it, and that's what you want.
3rd and 9 coming up here for the Cardinals. And we've seen a few more passes these last couple series for Coach Carney's offense. They did run the ball more in the early second quarter. But time of possession has just been dominated tonight by Odessa. The Clinton offense just has not been out there a lot. Here's another play fake for Markham, going deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. It was almost picked off there. Safety back in coverage for Odessa. Can't get his number. He's got his jersey.
Well, Levi Morris, it hit him in the helmet and went right through his hands, and he just could not find the handle on it.
Yeah, that was Isaiah Metzdorf, who almost had a shot at the pick, but he kind of mistimed his jump a little bit. Brings up a 4th and 9.
Looks like the coach for Odessa is not very happy on that one.
And they're going to keep the line of scrimmage here on the right hash, looks like, from the Clinton 30. Markham drifts back under pressure, and he's going to be sacked. Boy, they got to him quick again. Just no chance.
That empty backfield just does not work for Clinton.
Yeah, that's where it's nice to do that because you have that extra guy to pick up that pressure.
Yes.
At least if you keep that back there, it gives you another body. But you're right, Doug. I mean, it's like the floodgates opening with Odessa coming in there with that pressure from that defensive line. So they sack Markham for the 5th time tonight, and they're going to take over on downs deep inside Clinton territory as they'll start first down and 10 at the Clinton 24. And it looks like they've put in their second team here, Doug, I believe. We've got a new quarterback and a new running back at least. So the varsity's night is done for Odessa, and deservedly so, putting 55 points up on the board here before halftime. So it's going to be a pretty conservative play calling, I think, from here on out for the Bulldogs with this big lead as they hand off up the middle. No gain on that play on 1st and 10.
Sean Batter on that carry, and your new quarterback is the 12 of Garrett Bayless for Odessa.
Bayless, the sophomore out there now, and he's a big kid too.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got some size on this Odessa team, not only at the line, but at the skill positions as well, as they hand off up the middle. Nice play in the backfield by the Cardinals as they get the stop there. That's number 55, Alex Bundy, on the tackle for the Cardinals. Sets up 3rd down and long. Under a minute now here in the first half. So time for maybe a couple more plays for the Bulldogs.
Seth Cummings and Bundy both in the backfield of Odessa. Bundy making the stop.
4 wide receivers here for Odessa. Tight into the right. Bayless drifts back, fires right side, and it's incomplete. Tried to get it out in the flat to the slot receiver on that side, which was Brett Duncan. And pass was a little bit wide to the left.
Looked like he was well covered, too. 36 of Levi Morris out there on coverage.
Good coverage there by Levi, and that stops the clock with 30.6 left here in the first half. 4th down and 12 for the Bulldogs. Looks like Coach Thomas is going to keep his JV offense out there. They're going to go for it inside Clinton territory at the 26, and we got a flag down on the far side from the line judge.
Laundry? It looks like that's going to be motioned by somebody. Somebody moved on that line.
I believe so, and that is another rare flag. We've been fortunate tonight, Doug. We haven't had a lot of those penalties down to this point. And, usually early in the season you do see a few more penalties, but as well-disciplined as Odessa is, they're not going to have any. Clinton really hasn't had a lot either, though, to this point. I think just 5 on Odessa, so that backs them up. Still going to be 4th down here.
Spencer, I tell you, Clinton, and I know what the scores show and everything, but a well-coached, well-disciplined team, no matter which way you cut it.
That's right. A Paul Carney team just does not have very many penalties. I saw it when he was down at Osceola as well. Here's a little pass out in the flat and caught there by Sean Batter, and he's up over the 20. And are they going to give him the first down there? No, he's going to be short. And he does stay in bounds. Clock is stopped, though, on the change of down, so he's a good 3-4 yards short. Clinton's going to get it back here with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Got it. It's a good stop.
First stop of the night right there. I mean, granted against the JV offense, but hey, a stop is a stop at this point. So the Cardinal offense probably going to stay with the first team, I'd imagine, at least here to end the first half and maybe into the second half, though. Markham is still out there. So Clinton with not a lot of time to operate here, just 20 seconds to go. They do have 1 timeout left, I believe. 4 wide receivers here for Markham under pressure, trying to move the pocket right, but he is sacked again.
I didn't see who got him, but it looks like 79 on the stop.
79 on the play. Heck of a job there again by Odessa. They drop him all the way back at the 10-yard line on the sack.
Senior Xavier Walsh, and that's going to end the first half tonight.
That'll do it, and it's all Odessa here at the break in Week 2 action of the 2019 high school football season, 55-0. The Bulldogs on top of Clinton here at the break. We'll go ahead and send it back. We'll take a 3-minute timeout here, come back, and Doug will have the Banks halftime show for you coming up after this timeout.
Great opportunities to volunteer and serve. Consider Heartland Hospice. Volunteering is a great way to be involved and provide help to others in need. Call for details 660-679-4300. With Heartland Hospice, opportunities abound, including helping with office support tasks, staying with patients so family can run errands or get rest, and keeping vigilance with patients as needed, as well as other opportunities. Volunteering also looks great on college applications and resumes and keeps you involved in your communities. Call the office in Butler today for more information, 660-679-4300.
When you hit that critical time of life, considering retirement, the decisions you make will affect the rest of your financial life. Here at Doty Legacy Group, we can help you with the many decisions with sound financial solutions. When we say call us at Doty Legacy Group, the key word is legacy. It's all about taking care of you.
Please welcome to the field your Cardinal Pride Marching Band under the direction of Pat Miles, Ricky Mesh, Senior Drum Major Ben Alliger, and the Junior Drum Major Grayson Wilson. The band will be performing Stonehenge. People have puzzled over Stonehenge for centuries, speculating and dreaming about it, drawing and painting it, trying to make sense of it. This enigmatic wonder focuses on the changing of the seasons, long believed to be related to Stonehenge's purpose. The work brings out the dark, mysterious qualities of the place and the people that created it. your Cardinal Pride Marching Band. And now for our halftime contest. Does everybody have their ticket? Everybody grab your ticket if you purchased a ticket for our halftime contest, brought to you by VF Granite of Clinton. I'm looking for ticket number 256013. I'm looking for ticket number 256013. I've got a name on this ticket, Gary O'Rourke. Is Gary O'Rourke with us? Gary, if you're with us, meet us down at the 25-yard line on the west side for your chance to win $100 cash. Gary O'Rourke.
Yeah, they're on
Oh, looks like they changed their mind. We're down here on the east side. East side, 25-yard line. All right, everybody, let's make some noise for Gary to get this through. Come on, Gary. We all want to see you take $100 home. Good attempt, Gary. Good attempt. Let's give another round of applause to Gary O'Rourke for his attempt. And thanks again for the VF Granite of Clinton for sponsoring this Kick for Cash at halftime. All proceeds going to the Clinton Booster Club. We've got some new items at the concession stand this year. Tonight we've got a chicken sandwich, $3.50. We got cheese sticks.
Hey, I tell you what, we do appreciate everything you guys do. Always glad to be home for the Clinton Cardinals. You guys are tremendous to work with, and for the radio station, we enjoy coming out. Ready to root on the Cardinals in no matter what sport. And you got some winter sports that are going to be not too far behind, aren't you?
I don't know if I even want to think about that yet. But, yeah, they get started November 4th will be the first practice there. I know that we're already having some meetings for our boys and girls basketball teams. They had those the last 2 days. I know wrestling's not far behind. It's hard to believe, but it's right around the corner.
Well, Jason, one of the things, and last thing we'll talk about, man, transportation has got to be one of the high points or biggest things on your list to get the teams, all the teams, to where they need to go and get them back safely.
Yeah, it is, and you know, I have that conversation with our parents and our kids often, that our number one goal is to get our kids there and back safely. So we kind of have a couple, line drawn in the sand type things. We want our kids to be on the bus coming back unless they're coming back with a parent. So that's always something that our coaches are looking over. But we work with Apple Bus. They do a tremendous job. We work well together. We make sure our kids get where they need to go on time. Our coaches do a great job of following up, talking to the bus drivers, making sure that they know where to go, getting everything back. It's a headache sometimes, with all the just making sure that, if we have 4 buses going out before school's out, we got to make sure our kids get out and they get picked up from the tech school. And I say a headache for me, it's not a headache for me. I just send the emails, But it's a lot of working parts to make sure our kids get where they're supposed to go and are able to play.
Well, Jason, I tell you what, man, you guys do a tremendous job. We are so glad to have you around. Any last words for the community in a whole?
Again, we just appreciate the support. we want you to come out and love our kids, support our kids, no matter it's on Friday night football or tennis match on a Tuesday afternoon. Come out and just watch our kids. They bust their tail. They work extremely hard, but just come out and support them.
Well, that's been Jason Abner, Athletic Director, Clinton Cardinals. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Clinton Cardinal High School football action on KDKD.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're for the Missouri way of life. We're for worrying less about the what-ifs and more about the why-nots. We're for checking off your bucket list and then making a new one. For starting a family, a business, a tradition. And if you find yourself starting over, we're here for that too. We're for building a life in Missouri and then going out and living it. And when it comes to making sure everything you've built is protected, we're for you.
I'm Aaron Collins, your Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. And if you're in Henry County, I've got you covered. This is Dana with Banks Motors. In the market for a new car, truck, or SUV? Check out our inventory of quality pre-owned vehicles at banksmotors.com. Banks Motors, where we make buying nice and easy.
If you or a loved one is in need of skilled care, choose Truman Lake Manor. We're locally owned. Our daily rates are up to 50% less than what some of the big corporate care facilities charge, but our level of care is second to none. Residents love our outdoor courtyard, daily activities, and experienced staff that become far more than just caregivers. Truman Lake Manor, affordable living with people who care. 600 East 7th Street, Lowry City, Missouri, 417-644-2248.
Atkins Printing would like the opportunity to enhance your business with their printing expertise. Atkins Printing is ready to take on all your printing projects, from letterhead and business cards to envelopes and flyers. If you can put it on paper, Atkins Printing can do it. Bring your next job to Atkins Printing, your new partner in business printing. Just give them a call at 885-5509. Atkins Printing, proud sponsors of Clinton Cardinal Sports.
Tune in for the Banks Motors Aaron Collins Missouri Farm Bureau halftime show during the Clinton Cardinal football games. Both home and away, we have you covered here on 95.3 with a halftime show brought to you by Aaron Collins, your Missouri Farm Bureau agent in Henry County, and Banks Motors, proud supporters of Cardinal football.
And welcome back to Clinton Stadium and Clinton Cardinal High School football action right here on KDKD. Doug Neff, Spencer Edwards alongside, and second half action coming up. We got some great sponsors for the Cardinals as we walk through Oak Star Bank, Greg Smith Ford, Mallard's Roadhouse. Man, that sounds good right now, making myself hungry. Mills & Sons Insurance, Heartland Hospice, and Doty Legacy Group. Yeah, Spencer, they said they had barbecue up there earlier for the staff, but I asked him where ours was at, and he, didn't have anything to say.
No love for the radio guys. Radio guys don't get fed, but I'm with you, man. That sounds mouth-watering. I mean, oh man.
The radio fatty on one side, the skinny guy on the other. So it's Powell Auto Center, Hawthorne Bank, Truman Lake Manor, Atkins Printing, Compass Health Network, Sherwood Community Bank. Sounds like videos, and that's the great folks that are putting it on Facebook and doing Facebook Live, doing a great job up there. And that's James Hinkle and Company. Banks Motors, another one. Of course, Aaron Collins, your Missouri Farm Bureau agent here in Clinton, Missouri. Troby's Maytag Home Appliance Center in Harrisonville. Jim Falk Motors and Mike Heath Insurance, all great sponsors of Clinton Cardinal High School football action right here on KDKD. Hey, speaking of great action, and, it's not KD, but it's on 104, and that is the Kansas City Chiefs kick off the 2019 campaign.
Oh, my gosh, Doug. There are some people in Kansas City that just cannot wait for Sunday. And, the Chiefs this year, you talk about high expectations, they have them. And that's going to be something that always is tough. You come off the season. You were so close last year from being in the Super Bowl. Obviously, you should have been in the Super Bowl. But it's just something that Kansas City now this year going forward has got to play with those expectations. I mean, what can you say about Patrick Mahomes? I mean, the kid was just incredible. 50 touchdowns, MVP season. I think it's going to be hard to replicate that. I think he has the ability to do it. I mean, I don't know that he's going to drop off that much, but, I mean, even if you'll play half as well as you did last. I mean, if you come down to, say, 40 or 42 touchdowns, that's still a pretty good season.
Man, I don't know. You got some new impressive rookies.
Yep.
You've got, and one of which is in wide receiver position and a speedster. And, that's just it. If anybody can out-throw those fast guys, that's going to be Mahomes. That's going to be his biggest problem. But, dude, I'm going to tell you what, he has got it down to a science. It is going to be a great 2019-2020 season for the Kansas City Chiefs on 104.9.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, Doug. I mean, you talk about weapons. I mean, it's just a perfect mesh with a guy like Mahomes to throw to guys like Kelsey and Hill and Watkins. Everybody obviously last year talked about the defense. Defense has got to be better, and I think even if they're just half as good as they were last year, I mean, they don't have to be a top 10 defense because you got that offense. So even if you're just middle of the pack in defense and not dead last, that's going to be a big improvement. You got Steve Spagnuolo as the new defensive coordinator. You add Frank Clark, big-time pass rusher on the edge, Tyrann Mathieu at safety. So you did upgrade on defense quite a bit, I think. Corner, you have to watch there. It may still be a little bit weak, but that pass rush should be good. Chris Jones in the middle as well of that defensive line for the Chiefs. So, yeah, it should be a great season. I think Chargers will be the top competition, obviously, there for the Chiefs as we get ready to go here in this third quarter of play. So Clinton will kick off. They deferred, and they are going to kick this one on the ground, a squibber, and it's going to be fielded up at the 35 there by the Bulldogs. They were ready for that. So Odessa is going to have good field position here to start this second half on top, 55-0, and we saw their JV come out at the end of that first half. And we'll see. It's probably going to be a JV second half. I know some coaches do bring in the varsity for maybe one series, but in a situation like this, it's a no-brainer. I think Coach Thomas feels like you just go ahead and let the JV play this whole second half. So we will see Garrett Bayless here, the sophomore quarterback. And they'll have it spread out here on first down and 10 to start the third. Handoff on the right side. And a big hole coming over the 40 up to the 45-yard line. That is number 14, Sean Bader, sophomore running back. Nice game.
What a great name for a football player. Bader, Sean Bader, is the young man. And you couldn't be better than Bader right there.
Hey, that is exactly right. I mean, I love it. I love it. And there is going to be a spot here that's, I think, not going to make Odessa happy, but they did spot him a good yard short of the first down. So they go back to Bader on the right side on 2nd and 1, and he's got the first down across the 45 to the 46. So that'll move the chains for the Bulldogs. Very efficient first half offensively for Odessa, but as Doug mentioned, they had 3 turnovers as well. That aided them. They scored off all those, had great field position, controlled time of possession, and just a well-oiled machine on offense in that first half for sure. New set of downs from the 48, and we have movement there up on the defensive line. I think they're going to get Clinton across early that time, as that was Caleb Smith coming across a little early for the Cardinal defensive front.
Shortens that first down for Odessa just by about half the distance.
That also takes it into Clinton territory to the Cardinal 47 on the right hash. 10 minutes to go here in this second half, and the clock will move quickly here with the 35-plus point lead as they go on the draw left side, and it's going to go up across the 44. Another Bulldog first down to the 39 on the quarterback keep is Bayless, gain of 7.
Smith on the stop. Now, the defense has been fairly good for Clinton. It's just, and as soon as they draw up, you got that big tight end to throw to, and that's just been killing them.
Wide receiver split to each side. Again, out of the shotgun handoff, coming right through the middle in a big hole. 30, 20, 10, and skipping out of the tackle is the tailback there. That is Blake Heitman, and he scores the touchdown. We did not. Receiver split to each side. Again, out of the shotgun handoff, coming right through the middle in a big hole. 30, 20, 10, and skipping out of the tackle is the tailback there. That is Blake Heitman, and he scored to nothing with 9:16 to go in the third. And he broke that tackle at the 10. A Clinton defender had a shot at him there, but he broke out of it and got into the end zone. So they are now short a player here as they're trying to get somebody onto the field late to kick the extra point. Odessa has missed one extra point tonight. Looks like they've got a new kicker in there, and that is Mason Baker. He is a senior, so he's going to come back into the game to kick, but we've got all kinds of confusion here. I think they're short one more player. So
Timeout called by Odessa.
We'll take one as well. So we'll step aside here for 30. 9:16 to go in the third. Bulldogs lead Clinton 61-0 here on KDKD.
If you or a loved one is in need of skilled care, choose Truman Lake Manor. We're locally owned. Our daily rates are up to 50% less than what some of the big corporate care facilities charge, but our level of care is second to none. Residents love our outdoor courtyard, daily activities, and experienced staff that become far more than just caregivers. Truman Lake Manor, affordable living with people who care. 600 East 7th Street, Lowry City, Missouri, 417-644-2248.
Spencer Edwards along with Doug Neff back with you here at Cardinals Stadium. Beautiful night for football, but things have not been so beautiful on the scoreboard for the Cardinals. 61-0 they trail here with 9:16 to go in the third quarter. Just running into a buzzsaw tonight here, this very good Odessa ball club.
You know, Spencer, we talked earlier about the fact this team is in districts with Clinton. It is a possibility you'll see them first game of districts coming up.
The extra point here is going to be no good. Wide left for Baker, the senior who came back in to kick. And they had all kinds of confusion there. Coach Thomas had to call a timeout before the extra point. They didn't have enough guys on the field, and they missed the extra point. But don't think it's going to matter at this point. Still 61-0 with 9:16 left as the kick coming up here in just a moment. And the Cardinals back on the road next week. Kind of a tough schedule the way it is. You go to St. Joe, back home, then you got to go back out onto the road. But I think they do have some games coming up here in the near future. You have back-to-back games at home. I think maybe into the next week, into week 4 and week 5, I believe.
Coming up next week, of course, they're going to Lee Summit and Summit Christian Academy. And you never know what you're going to get. Sometimes Summit is just incredible. They've had great talent there, young men that play, and just like you're seeing here, some years they're just off. It's not a great connection for whatever reason, and they're just a mediocre team. Don't know what you're going to see this year.
Yeah, I think they had been in the playoffs. It almost seems like not too long ago. Them and Butler played in the postseason, and they did make a little run there. Yep. And so they definitely have been up and down, but we'll see. And you know, being on their home field makes it a tough game nonetheless. Anytime you go on the road, those can be tough games, especially early in the season. So Odessa ready to kick here from the 40. And this is going to be a short kick right down the middle of the field. It's going to take a big hop at the 25, fielded on the run by the Cardinals coming up the middle over the 30 to the 35. And is that Markham on the return there? No, I believe that's Morris. Or JC. Yeah, JC on the return. So across the 35, they'll put him down at the 37. And that's where the Cardinals will begin this drive. And you just want to have some points. I think, you know, if you just take one thing out of it, you feel like you've had more offensive yards from scrimmage, I think, tonight than you did in week 1. But
absolutely.
It's been a tough front to run against, this 4-man front for Odessa. Handoff here on 1st and 10 off the right side, and a nice run up over the 40 to the 45 near the 47. That's a nice job there by number 36 with his first carry. Yeah, he came off the edge there, or Farron, was it? Bray Farron, I believe, ball carrier there. He is a senior, and he had good lead blocking on the edge and almost had the first down, so he'll be a yard short. It'll be 2nd down and 1. So the Cardinals still have their first team out there. Markham is still at quarterback, still have Bulkey at tailback, Neal at tailback. Neal's going to get the handoff here, a little jet sweep around the left side, trying to cut it back in, angled towards the left, or Abernathy, I'm sorry. Abernathy up near the stick. And it's going to be awfully close, Doug.
First down.
Oh, they did give it to him, yeah. So not even going to have to bring the chain gang out on that one.
Great job. And again, I know the first team's out there, but, man, the confidence level has got to get going. You want to see them sustain a drive. You get a couple first downs and get going and get that in there, and that's what Coach Carney is looking at, I think.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, Coach Carney wants to see the first team just keep getting reps. I mean, even in a game like this, you want to leave them out there just for practice more than anything. So 1st down and 10. Ball at the 49 and a bad snap. It goes over the head of Markham, and he has to go all the way back to his own 40 to fall on it. So the Cardinals very fortunate to recover that one. They fumbled it 3 times tonight.
Looked like that was a direct snap to Bulkey and went through his hands, and everybody else was going the opposite direction, and he had to go fall on that ball. He was, it just went right through his hands. I don't know where it was coming. It hit him in the helmet.
Just miscommunication there, so that definitely changes the field position dynamic, makes it a 2nd down and 18 now for the Cardinals from their own 41. Abernathy in motion. They play fake it to him. Bootleg coming back right side. Markham going to pull it down and keeps it. Oh, and he lowers the boom up at midfield. And he comes across there to the 48. Boy, he put the shoulder down and delivered a blow. So that's a hard run by Ben Markham, the senior quarterback. He's short of the first down, though. It'll be 3rd down.
You know, Spencer, we were worried about what he was going to be like coming in tonight, and I think he's wanting his own ounce of prevention there.
Absolutely. I mean, that's impressive still at this point in the game, 3rd quarter, and he's showing some moxie out there. And as Doug said in the pregame, he took that big hit last week and bounced back tonight. There was a question about whether he would play at quarterback, but he is a tough kid out there. So 3rd and 8 from the 48, and look out, guy right in his face, and he's going to get sacked back at the 40. Just no chance. That is big number 79 flying in there, unblocked. Xavier Walsh with his 2nd sack of the night for Odessa.
Walsh broke through the line. Markham turned around.
Wow.
And Walsh went to introduce himself, shake his hands, and took him down.
He sure did. I mean, mercy. There was just no way Markham had a chance to get rid of that football. So you take the big sack there, and then you have the fumble, and that drive had a couple positive plays, but then you go backwards, and now you got a punt. So 4th and 16 from the 43. Punt is away off of the foot of Jace Olson, and it's going to roll out of bounds at about the 30. Well, officials still coming up the sideline. They're going to give him the 37, looks like.
You know, the only problem on that last play, though, that we were talking about with Markham went off gingerly. He felt that hit. So that may be it for Ben Markham tonight.
Yeah, I would definitely say that's a good possibility, and that's another thing. I mean, you want the reps for the first team, but you just don't want to have a kid injured if you can keep it from happening at this point in a game like this at 61-0, 4:30 still left in this 3rd quarter. So still a good chunk of time left, and now looks like they've gone maybe to their 3rd team. I think, Doug, we've got a new quarterback out here now. Bayless is done. And they've got, I believe that's Brendan Jeffries out there at quarterback now. So he's going to hand off. First man through over the 40 up to the 46-yard line. Is that a 5 or a 3?
It looks like a 5.
So he's got that jersey up under his pad, and it makes it hard to see the number on us. So Jonah Metzdorf is out there.
There you go.
Yeah, he's a freshman, but it's not Bayless. I knew that because Bayless is number 12. And so they've gone to freshman QB now, and they're just going to run the ball at this point, obviously, with a game like this, and just let the young freshmen out there get to play under the lights here on Friday night. So 2nd down and 4 for the Bulldogs from their own 43. Shotgun set. They're going to give off the right side, and a huge hole coming up the middle.
Batter.
Breaking free is Batter. He's at the Clinton 30 to the 20 and all the way down to the 15 before they wrestle him down.
Abernathy got him by the ankles.
Yeah, he sure did. That was a touchdown saving tackle by J.P. Abernathy. So a huge run for Batter, who has had several carries in this second half, the 2nd string running back. He's just a sophomore, so look out. He's got 2 more years for this Odessa team. And as me and Doug talked about, this is a deep Odessa team.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got a lot of kids out there on the sideline. They got really good depth. So they've just got a program right now where you've got all kinds of kids that want to play football, and it makes it easy for the coach to sub kids in and out as they come back on the ground. And another big hole through the middle there for the Bulldogs. Fullback dive.
Nicely. No. 32 on the tackle for Clinton. That was Owen Dieterman.
Batter on the carry there again, so he almost got it into the end zone, takes it all the way down to the Clinton 2, but he does have the first down. So it'll be 1st down and goal to go for Odessa, trying to add to this 61-0 lead They're going to go up the middle, handoff left side, and another touchdown for the Bulldogs. Crashing through there is Zane Palmer, the freshman running back. And the Bulldogs tack on 60. They're going to go up the middle, handoff left side, and another touchdown for the Bulldogs. Crashing through there is Zane Palmer, the freshman running back. Run up the score or anything. I mean, that's just handoff, and Clinton's just got to find a way to stop that at this point. So on to kick the extra point is Baker, and he missed the last one, and he misses that one as well. Missed it wide right. So Baker's 0 for 2 in the ball game on the PATs. So with 2:10 to go in quarter number 3, Bulldogs lead this one over Clinton 67-0. We'll take a 30-second break. Back right after this with the kick here on KDKD.
Atkins Printing would like the opportunity to enhance your business with their printing expertise. Atkins Printing is ready to take on all your printing projects, from letterhead and business cards to envelopes and flyers. If you can put it on paper, Atkins Printing can do it. Bring your next job to Atkins Printing, your new partner in business printing. Just give them a call at 885-5509. Atkins Printing, proud sponsors of Clinton Cardinal Sports.
And we are back here at Cardinal Stadium. Spencer Edwards alongside Doug Neff and Steve Stevens, our studio engineer tonight. Back at the studios in Clinton as the Bulldogs get ready to kick off after another touchdown, as Zane Palmer will be kicking off as Odessa leads this one 67-0. He also had the touchdown a moment ago, so he'll kick it away. And from the 20 on the fielding of the kick is going to be Abernathy. He's over the 30 to about the 36-yard line. And Palmer makes the tackle for Odessa. So the Bulldogs will be back out here on defense with 1:51 to go in the third. Clock running at this point. And now we do have an official's timeout on the field. So we'll go ahead and send it back, get another word in from our fine sponsors. Back in 30 seconds right after this on KDKD.
This Health Network has called Clinton home for more than 45 years, and we are proud to support Clinton High School. At Compass Health Network, we care for the whole person with medical, dental, and behavioral health services, with both our medical and dental clinics offering extended hours to serve your busy schedules. We accept most insurance plans, including Medicare and Medicaid, and also offer cost-effective self-pay options. Call Compass Health Network at 844-853-8937. Go Cardinals.
Back here out of the timeout, 1:47 to go here in this third quarter of action. And the Bulldogs tonight of Odessa, very impressive with this offensive attack. I mean, it has been relentless. And even their second team has scored a couple touchdowns here in the second half. So the Cardinals going to come back out here on offense and start from their own 37-yard line. And now it looks like nope, they still do have the first team out there. Markham in the backfield with Abernathy. 4 wide and quick drop. Out in the flat looking for Abernathy and incomplete. In and out of the hands.
It hit him in the face mask.
It was right on target. JP just could not reel it in. He'd love to have that one back. He did have a lot of running room in front of him as well.
Well, and I don't know why. Evidently, it was a little bit low. Abernathy went down to a knee to catch that and hit him right in the face mask and then bounced off.
So tough break there for Markham. It was a pretty good ball there in the flat, but just did not get reeled in. So 2nd and 10 from the 37. Coming up on a minute left in the third quarter. Cardinals going to motion a man across the formation to the slot on the left side. That is nicely out of the shotgun. A little play fake again. Bootleg left. Pass out in the flat. Left side caught.
Bulky.
Bulky on the grab, and he takes it up to the 40-yard line. So a little floater there, but a good job by Markham. Put that one out in front of him a little bit and gave him a little extra yardage up the field, as they say, leading your receiver, and they did a very good job there Markham put it right on the money. So awfully close, a good 7 yards short. I thought he actually got a couple more, but he's 7 shy of the first. So 26 seconds and counting here, coming to the end of the third quarter. 3rd and 7 for the Cardinals from their own 40. Ball on the left hash. 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right. Back to throw. Roll in the pocket now. Right side is Markham, and the pass incomplete. Again through the hands of Morris this time. And again, nothing wrong with that throw. Morris would have loved to have an opportunity to catch that one again because that was out there in the flat, and I think just took his eye off of it.
Morris had a blocker in front of him in Abernathy, but he had defenders coming at him, too.
He sure did. So that'll take us to the end of 3 here tonight, the home opener for the Cardinals. And Odessa on their way to 2-0 to start this season as they lead this one 67-0. We'll go to the final 12 minutes when we come back after this on KDKD.
Everybody thinks it's best to be the biggest, so they try to outdo all the rest.
Are all banks the same? Not on your life. Banks are as different as the people who work in them. They're just a small-town community bank. Their approach to banking is an emphasis on professional but small-town friendly service. Sherwood Community Bank, member FDIC.
We're just a small-town community bank, but we're big on you.
And welcome back. Clinton Cardinal High School football action right here on KDKD as we are back here on the call. And it is going to be Odessa's ball as they get a nice down the field, switch sides, and we are in fourth quarter. I take that back. Going to be Clinton, 4th down, ball on the 40-yard line. Clinton switching field. Now they're going left to right, or right to left on your radio dial. As they come around, they're going to try this 4th down. Markham with the ball. He rolls out. He finds a man downfield, broken up just in time by Odessa.
Well, that's a heck of a play by Ray there to make that deflection for Odessa. And they just have not given an inch tonight, Doug. I mean, it's just all there is to it. They are locked down, and, and defenses take pride in that. I mean, they do not want to give up the shutout, and Odessa's determined to keep it at a goose egg for Clinton.
Jackson, the quarterback, Markham, had his receiver dead to rights, and just jumping in and getting a hand on it was Odessa's defender, and just to break that up. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ball on the 40-yard line. They are in Clinton Cardinal territory as they get ready to roll. Looking here.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to bring Bayless back out there at quarterback. So we had the freshman on that last series, Metchdorf, but Bayless back out there, the sophomore.
This time Batter goes down in the backfield. We're going to see where they spot that at as Seth Cummins breaking through, takes down the back, and loses about a yard on the play. Seth Cummins breaking through, and Batter, for the first time, I think, goes down. It is 2nd down. Call it 11 for the Odessa Bulldogs. Bayless takes a snap in the shotgun. Batter, once again, goes to the far side. He is across the 25 to almost the 20. It's taken out of bounds. Looks like Jace Olson, the 3, takes him out of bounds.
Yeah, they just keep throwing running backs back out there. I mean, the depth on this team, even at the sophomore and freshman level, is just unbelievable. And Ritnick on that carry, and boy, they had it blocked well for him way down the field. Big, big play.
1st and 10 for Odessa. Ball on the 20-yard line. Bayless in the shotgun, takes a snap, hands off to Batter. Batter comes through across the 20, not much there.
Caleb Smith with the tackle.
Good job there by Caleb Smith, and sealed his man up front, allowed him to come in here and make that play.
It's going to be 2nd down and 10 for Odessa. This time Batter, once again, he breaks some tackles, goes across as he comes up. Gain on the play, going to bring up 3rd down and short for the Bulldogs. It's going to be, looks like it's going to be 3rd down, call it 3, long 3, short 4.
And Odessa, they have not been in a lot of 3rd and shorts tonight. I mean, this is a rare situation for them because they've been so efficient on offense. And we'll see if the Cardinals can maybe get a stop here.
Takes the snap, hands to Batter. Batter across the line. Looks like he's got just enough for a first down.
First down for Odessa.
And Batter, he's not the big physical type running back. He's more of a scat back type, has good speed, and he's more of a shifty type running back as opposed to a guy that will just run you over, but he's had big holes to run through in this second half.
Levi Morris on that stop. Batter once again takes the ball across, looking for the indication. Going to be short. Just short of the goal line. Ball on the 1. Going to be second down for Odessa.
Yeah, and I'm surprised he didn't get in there. It really looked like from this vantage point that he was across the goal line, but just didn't have that ball extended out far enough.
Bayless takes the snap, hands off, Batter trips. He's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Nice job there by the Cardinals. They were able to seal that right A gap, and that was Brady Carr. Morris in there as well.
Brady Carr, yep, did a great job coming through.
They really did, and I've been impressed with Morris. I mean, he's made several tackles tonight, and of course, most of these Clinton players have to play, both ways, as we see that usually at the high school level. A lot of teams have guys on the offensive and defensive lines that are the same, but it's tough to play both ways on a night like tonight.
Bayless hands off to Batter once again, taken down for another loss. This time it's going to bring fourth down on for the Bulldogs.
Great job. I mean, Clinton showing some good toughness here late in this game and standing up. I mean, you could have just let them take it on in, at this point, but they are bearing in and making it tough, making them work for this score here. 4th and goal.
And we're hearing us faring quite a bit on these tackles and down here in the goal line. So 4th down and a long ways to go. Timeout called. Charge to Odessa. That means we're going to take a short timeout.